Milo. We have a new DJI microphone, so hopefully the sound will be fantastic. No rattling and buzzing and overloud screeching. And we're not getting very far. I made a complete haulix of yesterday's video, which was actually quite a good one, because when I posted it, it went live before I even realised it, and then I set it up for coming on at a designated time, and it wouldn't show up as a premiere, so it wasn't seen by anybody. But it's well worth looking back on, because you see Milo going out on a tree, a slippy old tree that had fallen over the river. And he got out there and he got back, even though he kind of slipped, but he recovered his footing. So I've got my new DJI mic, which I've actually bought for going with my Insta360 camera, but I haven't worked out properly how to use that yet. So I've put the microphone with my GoPro. See what it looks like. Not what it looks like, what it sounds like. I don't even know whether I've actually plugged it in the right socket, and whether I'm recording to the right place or not. We shall see. As he's nice and clean, I'm going to try and keep him to the drier, less muddy spots as we go around. Sky's undercarriage is getting a bit matted, so she got a good old brush yesterday, and now she's fine. Next door neighbour's cat came into the garden this morning, and all three were up on the chair trying to get out the window. They were making such a racket. We go in and open the door and let them out. The cat was fine because he was up high, so no need to worry. Our eardrums weren't, because they were all barking like mad. No, we're not going through the mud. Come on. You're nice and clean and you're staying that way. And we're off again. Have any sniffer armour. It's December the 2nd, second day of Advent. cold. I don't know whether you can see the sky. It's clear, so we had a clear night overnight. Pretty cloud this morning, or even a few little drops of rain. Got a road cloud overhead. Everywhere looks wet and greasy, but it's not. It's not too bad at all. Probably more dew. It's making the place look wet. Ask the groomer to leave his tail fluffy so they don't take much off it. I used to say the same with Wally as well. Don't take much off his tail. Although we used to do Wally ourselves. Because we couldn't get a decent groomer. Messages. There weren't any. The sunshine is picking out the fields, starting to look nice. And the river is well down, about 5 or 6 feet below flooding now, which is good. You can see the big birdie in the distance, the crane. Sits there. He normally sits with his legs in the water, but it's a bit too deep for him at the moment. Come on, Milo. Come on, Milo. Come on. Good boy. Pelican seems to take a trip out from the Otter Wildlife Park, which isn't too many miles away. Obviously you can tell the difference with them, with their bright pink. We've got a few days of dryness, we'll be able to get away over the water again. You can probably hear my feet squelching in the mud. We did actually get across yesterday with Sandy and Sky, but then we had a huge storm in the afternoon, and the couple of inches leeway, or the 1 inch leeway I had on my wellies, had disappeared when we tried to go across again later in the evening. Couple of days, hopefully with dry weather before it goes down again and we can get across. I like going over there just because it gives us more freedom, particularly for Sky and Sandy, who aren't very sociable. You need the freedom to get around without meeting people. dogs. Milo's more sociable. All he wants to do is have a sniff and say hello. He's not looking for a battle. He's more like the Dalai Lama. More peace-loving. Are you having a run around? Having a mad 5 minutes? Are you having a mad 5 minutes? He's just getting himself dirty. This bit of long grass is very muddy, very squelchy. And having said how clean he is, he's now grubby. Let's go over to the water and let him dunk himself in it. Save having to get his shower head out when we get back. The sun has no heat whatsoever. It's splitting the stones. Is that bright? There's no ice and no frost. Get. Are you going to go? Chance your arm. Not chancing my arm. But I would rather like you to go in and have a dip and clean yourself up. No, we're not doing it. Just surveying the scenery. I had to get in before he got in. I don't think I'll get across, but it looks a little bit lower. No, he's going nowhere there. Just give him a little tow, get him upstream. Once his feet touched the ground, it was fine. And he's come out sparkling. Well, I'm gobsmacked. I didn't expect to be able to get across at all. He looks like a drowned rat. And I wouldn't mind, but last night we washed all their bibs and harnesses because they were ponging. And now that one's wet through again. I suppose we can dry it out when we get back rather than let it sit around to get smelly again. He's delighted with himself anyway. He wouldn't have got across the way he was going. He was going downstream with the current. If he'd gone in my direction, he might have just kept his paws on the floor. Anyway, he managed it. I'm sure we'll get a thumbnail out of it. More like an otter than a terrier. you didn't pick up on it, he's just turned 3 last week. So he's still very much a puppy. Out of the 3 of them, he's the only one we actually do know when he was born. Sandy and Sky will celebrate a rival date with us rather than the birthday, because we don't know what the birthday is anyway. I can assure you this is just heavy dew that's on the grass, it's not frost. It's full of beans this morning. Liven up as well when he's had a good swim. Nothing like having a good dig. Hear all the birds twittering away. You're not going out to my sight. Well, not where your nose is out of my sight. I don't think you're eating anything. He's had his breakfast this morning, that's enough. Had his croissant, his treat. Sausage, it was gone before I got the camera out. And we even had a few cornflakes. So we had a good old breakfast this morning. Chicken yesterday for Sunday roast, but he didn't get any chicken because he's allergic to the chicken. But Sandy and Sky were delighted with themselves. Poor old Milo had to make do with steak and beef mince. Seem to mind. Who's that? What can you hear? Sounded like a dove. This isn't too bright for the GoPro. It's out of the direct sunlight now anyway. Trouble is, my shadow comes into it. At least I can get over here now, so I'll be able to take some video of Sandy and Sky this afternoon. Let's see them running around and trying to get across the water. After they tried yesterday and both failed with the height and pace of the flow of the river, they might not be very keen to chance their arm again. But we'll see. They have short memories when it comes to the river. They love the long grass. Bulldogs, they love to sniff. You can see Milo's whole body flexing. He's got so much air up through his nose. You can only go so far though, because I'm not going any deeper into the grass than I need to do. There's not one jogger across here, especially when the sun's out. Private plane flying above us. I don't know whether you can hear it. Has various noise cancellation features that I should try and work out how to use, but I'm not one for reading manuals. I like to just plug things in. Maybe watch the odd YouTube video, see how somebody else has worked it all out before me. When it comes to putting furniture together, flat pack. I hate having a great load of instructions. I just like to lay it all out and roughly see where it's all going to go and figure it out in my head. Take it apart halfway through when I realise I've got something the wrong way round or upside down. It's the best way to learn, trial and error. Oh, I can see a horse in the distance. Hopefully Milo didn't see that when he came into the field. past them in the distance. Not that much of a distance, but we'll see. I can see them, but I'm on a different level. You can see them just through the gap in the tree. But Milo, as I say, he's down here and they're up above the branches, so he's not going to see much. Come on. Let's see what route he takes to get back across the water. Does he go across the middle where it's shallower, or does he go where the riverbed has been gouged out and made deep? It looks like he's going the sensible route through the middle. He'll probably lose his footing and get washed away. No, yeah, a little bit. He's underwater anyway. But he went in the right direction. Trying to pull me now, but I don't want to go too fast, otherwise I'll get water coming up above my Wellington boots. Come on, Milo. Sorry about the bright sunshine, can't be helped. And we're not going back through the mud. A cold swim always livens him up. Go on. Don't go through the middle, otherwise I have to. I don't want to. Sorry about the squelching. Can't help that. At least he went around the mud. Just meant I have to go through it. Come on, you're not going to get your nose buried in all that. That's it for another walk. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Or maybe it'll be today's walk with Sky and Sandy that you see tomorrow, depending on how well behaved they are and whether it can get enough video together to make it worth watching. But anyway, bye. bye for now, and we'll see you again. Thanks for watching. Say goodbye, Milo.